Welcome back, Big Time Stuffers, season 3. Big Time Stuffers.
As you can tell, we kind of got an upgrade, folks.
We got an upgrade.
Look at
New
this.
year, new podcasts. We're taking it more seriously now.
Yes.
Clearly, we're investing all of our life savings into a studio, into a photo shoot.
Running her dry.
Running
You
it
know?
dry. Running the savings account dry.
Yeah.
But
So let's
no,
get
for
those
real.
views up.
We're taking it more seriously this time. We
Yeah.
left you on a major cliffhanger in season 2, which essentially just ghosted you. This time, we're not going to do it. We're going to hit 10 episodes. We're making big goals.
Big goals.
New Year's resolutions. It's the time to start.
Third time's a charm.
Third time's a
Third
charm.
time's a charm.
2023 started off hot for all of us.
Yes.
I lost my job. Claire's taking love advice from Steve Harvey, and Katie has beef with our 55-year-old super. So we're starting off strong. So let's just dive in. Let's catch up.
Yes.
Give us the big time highs, big time hells. Katie, why don't you kick us off?
Okay. Big time highs, big time hells. Well, first of all, though, we haven't seen each other in like a month.
Feels
I feel
like
yeah,
eons.
right?
Yeah.
Eons.
And big time highs, big time hells within that time. Definitely my big time high is I'm an auntie now. Faithy.
That's such a good one.
Such a good one.
I
It's
love
an
that.
easy one. My oldest sister, Faithy, which is why I was like back in California for so long. She had her little baby. It's our first baby in the family. His name's Caleb Wayne, after our papa Wayne. So it's super exciting. I didn't see the baby's like birth, which was a bummer, but
Wait.
yeah, big time. Meh.
Big time.
Big time.
But yeah, that was my high. My hell, on the other hand. Here we go.
Buckle up.
Buckle up. Because I don't know if you guys saw this. I probably wouldn't have if I wasn't traveling on this day. But I changed my flight to come back to New York early because the baby just was not coming anytime soon. It was kind of like, why am I here? Like, I love you, Faith, but like, I need to get back. So I changed my flight, and lucky for me, I changed it on the day that the entire FAA crashed, which I didn't really know what that means. I still don't really know what that means, but apparently it's a big deal in the airline community. And it really affected my flight plans that day. So I also, before leaving,
Shout
shout out our big time airline community followers.
Sponsor.
Yeah. So before I left California, though, I decided to take a trip to the local dispensary and just like stock up, you know, because like New
As
York's-
one does.
As one does. New York's like, I feel like I just haven't really figured it out here. And so I was like, I'm just going to stock up. And so I put them in my check bag, you know, did the whole like makeup bag, you know, stuff it in some socks, and really discreet type thing. And so I
Man of
put it in my
mystery.
put it in my check bag, and I'm at my terminal, and like 10 minutes before boarding, I hear over the intercom, Katie Lovelace, please report to the Southwest customer service desk. And I was like, oh my God, like the dogs, they sniffed it. I'm going to airline jail. Like it's happening. And I'm literally freaking out. And I go to like the Southwest like desk, and they were like, we just wanted to give you a heads up. You have 18 minutes to make your connecting flight. I was like, okay, I don't really know what to do with that
And
information.
strut like you mean it when you
I
get
was
there.
like, so you're telling me I need to jog as soon as this like plane touches down. And so I was like, all right, cool. So I get on my flight, lands 30 minutes after my connecting in Chicago took off, which just, yeah. So I missed my flight. And so I go, clearly, I go to like the customer service, and they can't do anything because they're like, it's out of our control. FAA crash. I'm like, I don't know what that means, but great. And I'm too poor, cheap, you know.
all of the above.
I have to put all the money into the podcast. I'm too cheap to get a hotel, so I buckle up and I sleep on the floor of the Chicago airport.
Cozy.
Because they were like, the next flight's not till 6:30 a.m. tomorrow, and it was 8 when I landed. And I was like, fucking A. So I closed down 2 airport bars and slept on the floor. And that was my big time hell since we've last seen each other.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
She's a frequent flyer.
Yeah, you know, I was like, I need to get into some fucking Sky Mile clubs or something, get in a lounge.
So you
'cause
can at
this-
least get like the free bar.
Get in a lounge.
hooking your arm in your like high school backpack so it doesn't get stolen, and just sleeping as the like cleaners are Zamboniing the carpets, like vacuuming. It's just not it. And I was like, I'm too old to be doing this right now. I need to not.
That's so funny. And what was your drink of choice in this
Drink
airport
of
bar?
choice? Oh, Chipa, as we know.
And
As
for
we
our
know.
new big time stuffers, what's a cheapa?
For our new big time stuffers, Chipa is a way of life. I feel
Honestly,
like
it's a philosophy.
we've taken on
Yeah.
since we've moved to New York, and everything is just so motherfucking expensive. And you just order a Chipa, which is the cheapest IPA. IPA is, it's your best bet of getting the highest alcohol consistency.
Yeah, whatever that is.
contents. So you get a Chipa, cheapest and biggest bang for your buck. And that's what we're all
You do a
about
little
here.
math. You crunch a little math in the club. You pick, that one.
I'm nothing if not a mathemaician,
Right.
and that's the Chipa way. So that's what I.
That's a cheaper lifestyle.
That's
Cheap
good.
lifestyle.
Yeah, that was it.
Incredible.
What was
Claire?
your big time high, big time hell?
Oh, it's hard, Do you start with high? Do you start with hell?
Maybe as we're on a low.
Okay, start with a
let's go-
high.
Let's go high.
Oh.
I was like, let's stay down here.
And you know what though? That speaks to the dynamic that we have of toxic positivity
Right.
and silver linings, lovelies,
It's me.
of course. Okay, so I'm just gonna start with a high.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay, high it is.
Hi.
Well, since my love life is as dry as the Sahara Desert,
Right.
my high would be that I had kind of a little saucy, fun New Year's Eve kiss.
Ooh.
It just kind of worked out. Stars aligned. We had the same birthday, the whole thing. The banter was there. It was just a little cheeky smooch. Never see him again. It's clean. It's done. It's over. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So that was my high.
Wow.
Give me something to kind of woo.
Yeah.
And then
Cover
my
yourself.
hell would be that my mom told anyone with an ear that because I'm single, I'm depressed. POV, I'm in my bathroom upstairs in my childhood home, steaming my face.
That's a whole other thing.
That's a whole other thing. But
I come down the apartment the other day and I see this little ET or this little Wally on her desk. I'm like, the fuck is that? And she's like,
it's a face steamer.
steamer.
My latest gadget
Okay.
for rejecting aging is my face steamer. So POV, I'm sitting in a folding chair, steaming my face in my childhood bathroom, and I hear my mom yammering to Aunt Christy about my love life
Wait, I
and
have
how
an
I'm
Auntie
just
Christy too.
depressed. Love,
Love.
they're the best. And I can hear her from upstairs, and she's like, well, Claire's depressed because of the whole, boy
Stop.
situation. And I just go, I can hear you. Okay. And she goes, what? It's just Auntie Christy. Yeah, no, I told her it's just Auntie Christy. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's not fun to hear people talking about you. She also told Hannah and Hannah's mom when we went out to dinner and I was in the
Yeah.
bathroom and it was a quick, just, 45-second dump. Claire's depressed. She doesn't have a boyfriend. Needless to say, full circle, my mom, obviously thinks this is an ongoing issue and decided to give me a little bit of light reading for Christmas. And thus enters Steve Harvey's act like a lady, think like a man. And that's what I'm doing.
Stop.
So I'll be, maybe doing some TikToks about it, just the advice that I learned from Steve and
Steve-O.
can share.
Steve-O.
And, he's got some good answers on there.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Good answer. So, he's not exactly wrong. So I'll be sharing some insights. And you know what? Who knows? Maybe this will be my year and I'll have Steve to thank and I'll write in. And who knows?
I just want to know what that Barnes & Noble trip looked like for your mom to pick out.
Because she probably
Steve.
told the Barnes & Noble person
Steve.
too. Well, this is for my daughter because she's depressed.
She's down on her love life.
Unlucky in
What
love.
does Steve Harvey have to say about that?
No, because she needs the man's perspective on why her life is fucked up.
No, because that was a real life family feud once I found out she was saying that shit.
No.
I was like, come on down. Let's chat.
Let's play.
Let's
Go
fucking
on
chat. You
there.
want to play, Nancy? Give me Claire. Give me Nancy. But-
Show me why Claire's depressed.
She came right over break. Good answer. So, but you know what? I'll just say she's not entirely wrong. Hannah, and you?
Wait, what was your high?
Oh,
wait, no, we did that.
I was like, I forgot I even had one.
Okay, wait, you have to start on your low so we can end on high.
Oh, but my high's not exciting. All right. Well, you want me to end on high?
I feel
Sure. Give the people a little bit of hope.
Yeah.
People are nothing without
And
hope.
yeah.
Okay. So, this has been the week from hell for me.
Stop being
Hell
great.
week.
We can't
Yeah.
even lie. It is
For
hell
our
week.
sweet pledge, Hannah.
It's hell week. So, my week
It was Inferno.
Jeans Inferno.
Jeans Inferno. So my week started off last Friday. Claire and I we We took the shuttle up to LAX from Orange County.
The shuttle isn't
The shuttle and the shuttle and parents.
We got a car.
A car service. My dad's 2008 Lexus LE.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So they shuttled us up. They dropped off Claire at the Alaska Lounge. They dropped off me at the United.
Oh.
And I'm going through security, just
Skirty.
cool as a cucumber. And I'm whipping out all my technologies, right? Because you got to put them in separate bins. And I realized that my work computer is not in my backpack. And I'm like, fuck. So I call my dad. I ask him to check my room. Lo and behold, it's in my room. He offers to drive it up. I say, no, don't worry about it. It's going to complicate things. I could miss my flight, yada, yada, yada. So I pay to ship my laptop overnight from Orange County to New York. $300, which like, no one wants to pay $300 to ship
No.
a laptop for work.
No.
So that was just one gut punch.
No.
That was the first. Monday, I work long. I have a full day. Tuesday, I wake up to an email notifying me that I am no longer employed. Yeah, reduction in headcount, folks. So that sucked. That sucked. Then Wednesday, after being laid off from my job, I wake up to a literal free sauna in my 10 by 10 bedroom.
Detox.
No, Claire.
That's what I'm talking.
Claire has a Wally face steamer. I had a sauna. Free charge though. Like full on condensation dripping from the bedroom or from the ceiling. Like
No, we had a Rainforest Cafe pop-up
Rainforest
in your room.
Cafe in my room.
A pop-up. A pop-up.
I
Rainforest
came down from the
Cafe.
loft. I heard a ruckus of them talking about this. I come down and it's like a literal like layer of the
The
apartment.
temperature was palpable.
All of a sudden I was like, oh my lord, like it's hot down here. And then I go into Hannah's room and there's like droplets coming down and like your furnace or whatever. Is,
Radiator. My radiator is
Radiators. Like,
literally
steaming.
projecting
Radiator Springs.
Radiator Springs. It's
Literally.
Radiator Springs in
If you
there.
got a strobe light in there, it genuinely would be the Rainforest
Yeah.
Cafe.
Truly.
So
We had a monkey animatronic up there. And it would be the Rainforest Cafe.
No, we had an animatronic.
Oh, yeah.
oh
it
yeah,
didn't end
no,
there.
we had wildlife in my room. There was a motherfucking cockroach in my room. Just 6 inches.
Wait, I'm starting again. How
How
big?
Tell me when.
Tell me when. Tell me when. No. I mean, when I saw it, I felt it had to be the size of my face. It was probably
pretty
3
big.
inches, but it was big. It was dead, thank God, but it was just hiding there. And so in this moment, I'm totally laying into all the bad things that have happened this week, and every little thing is just piling on. So I text Katie's good friend, our super, and he comes in. I pay him to get the cockroach out. He fixed my steam. By that point, I was ready to take 5 Popeye's biscuits up to my room, no water, and end it all. But somehow I'm here today.
She's a survivor.
And
You
that's
also
my week
came
from
out
hell.
of your room. You came out of your room in like sweats and just like a bra, and your hair is like a little damp and like stuck to your skin because you were so hot in there. And you're like, I think something's wrong with my radiator.
It's the most classic.
It was so bad.
Hannah. Joey.
I was like,
Something's wrong in there. Like,
Hannah.
just been to hell and fucking back.
Yeah.
If my shit was cranking like that, I would have been sleeping in the tub.
Yeah.
Sleeping in the tub.
Peel back the curtain when you guys go to pee in the morning. Morning.
Morning.
Gosh. No, our super though is like had it up to here with us. We
Plus, double it.
have verified beef. This man hates me.
And if
Verified.
future-
Blue check mark beef.
Blue checkmark beef. He does not like me anymore.
Not like is a gentle way to put it.
Yeah.
But okay, I'll end my high.
Okay, yeah, you're high.
Yes, please, please.
So it was a crazy January 2nd for me because I, along with Claire and my family and my boyfriend, drove up to the Rose Bowl where
Yeah,
we
brag a
were
little
greeted
more.
with tequila sunrises and Bloody Marys by my dad. And so we were just having a hell of a Tuesday.
We're getting after it.
a hell of a Monday.
Monday.
Getting after it, drinking some Bloody Marys, some tequila sunrises, rooting for the University of Utah, and it was awesome.
Hell yeah.
They were robbed.
They were robbed. Yeah, of the
Um,
victory.
But yeah, that was definitely a high of my being home, just hanging out with my family.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I got one for the group.
Okay, give it to us.
In the spirit of just like getting saucy, diving in, new year, who the hell was your childhood sexual awakening? Like, who started it all for you? Who lit that fire? Who made you say, oh my God.
Ba-ba-boom.
Ba-ba-boom. Like, when it changed from like, just I want to marry a prince to like, my loins are on fire or something's happening to me. like everyone knows the moment when you were like, something's happening.
Quaking in my boots.
Oh my God.
Happening.
Thunder Down Under situation.
You said it, not me.
Good Lord.
Anyone care to share?
You go first. Who was
Me?
yours? Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like you're passionate about this.
Well, you know. Mine's a little weird. I don't know. He just did something for me, obviously.
I'm so excited. Stop. I can't.
Okay, so POV, you're on the Disney Channel. You're leading up to Halloween. They've got all the good movies coming out.
Yep.
You're maybe intrigued by Hocus Pocus and whatever, but that's not it.
Okay.
What it is Casper the motherfucking Friendly Ghost.
No.
Because he's a good guy.
Wait, as in the ghost.
Yeah. Well,
Like the
ghost and then like
version?
the little cute blonde boy that he turns into after. But like also the ghost, I'll be honest.
Okay.
Like it's the spirit of him. It's a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
You know, he shows up, he's sweet, he's willing to help Wendy, but he also needs help. He needs his soul to be freed. And I'm the type of girl that like, you know, likes to fix a guy. So that kind of, you know, that
Facts.
connected early.
Okay.
And then when he gets released and he turns into this cute little boy, like had me wanting to find a little boo thing, if you will.
Oh.
Okay.
You know?
Fair enough.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
That's a little bit about me.
Casper. So your personality gal.
Personality guy.
Clearly.
You know what? That's what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Personality guy that just needs a little bit of help. He just needed a little bit of help.
Yeah.
And
You're
Wendy
a
helped
solutioner
him.
at the end of the day.
I'm a solutioner at the
You're
end
a
of the day.
solutioner.
It runs deep.
It runs deep.
It's
In
so
all
deep,
facets.
it connects to my sexual awakening.
Yep. Even from then.
You got a problem? It turns me on.
You were born for this.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, Han, who was yours?
Hannah? Now that I've thoroughly embarrassed myself, please.
Also, any follow-ups? Like,
Yeah,
any,
any
like,
questions?
and or like any like, because I feel like I have like
A
B
few.
and C. You know what I mean? Like
Oh.
of like
Oh, honorable mentions?
an honorable mention.
Okay.
We can discuss, but okay, who was your like top one?
Well, I think my sexual awakening came at a younger age.
Okay.
T.
Right. Okay. So I just want to establish.
Keep them.
This is going to be a good one.
I just want to establish that there's no judgment here. Am I right, ladies?
No.
Also, safe space.
Big time stuff is full.
Big time safe.
Big
time
time
safe.
space.
Mine doesn't necessarily happen to be human.
Because Claire's was.
There's a ghost.
Well-
Claire's was a supernatural entity.
Yeah, but connected to a person that once
fair
exists.
Enough, fair enough. Okay, I'm so.
I'm not feeling big
Ghostbusters
time
over here.
safe. I'm not feeling big time safe.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. But ghost bust.
Ghostbusting nut.
Ghost busting that. Okay.
That's so wrong.
Mine-
I need to cut.
Mine happens to be Simba from
So
The Lion
true.
King.
Honestly, so true.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Like when he's going through like
When he's
little
going through
lion
puberty?
Yes.
His adolescence.
No, little lion adolescence when he's like walking on the line.
When he's
No.
walking on the log.
Yeah. And I'm like, ooh,
Wait,
okay.
what's the song that's playing when he's going through puberty?
It's like, ooh, ha, ha, oh, ooh, ha, ha, ooh, ha, ha.
Oh my god, no, iconic.
Pasapenia, folks.
So true.
Oh, but like, come on, you
Verified.
understand? You understand?
Yeah.
Approved.
No.
Yeah. So like
Approved.
Simba, and then when he like,
Are you
like,
Nala in this equation? Like, what's the
Yeah.
what's the
Yeah.
vibe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
100%.
Ready to pounce.
So yeah,
So-
that was my early childhood fantasy.
Yeah.
And then Osmosis Jones
Yeah.
is a B. Do you know Osmosis Jones?
Oh, I thought you were. I thought you were saying Osmosis Jones as in it transformed into, but you were saying actually.
No,
Osmosis
actual.
I'm saying like
Jones.
actual Osmosis Jones.
No, it's a judgment-free
She's
zone.
a woman in STEM. She's a woman
Nothing
in STEM.
if not a woman in STEM.
Oh my God.
I love that.
Is that
That was
no
the
one
blue
released
guy,
that
right?
one? Huh?
The blue guy?
The little, you said the blue
What is
guy.
it? Will Smith in real life?
Is it Chris Rock? It might be Will
I
Smith.
mean, I don't know.
Fact check.
Can't confirm.
Who slapped who?
Can't confirm. Who? Oh my God. I didn't even realize
Yeah,
they'd
and
be
then
pitted
Bill-
against each other once again.
Yeah.
Once again.
We're creating
We'll settle it
controversy.
once and for all.
There you go.
Yeah. So those are my two.
That's a good one. The osmosis Jones.
So none of mine are human.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Wow, I kind of love that.
Mine. Did you guys watch Survivor growing up?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Season like 13, 14.
Oh God.
Did you guys know who Ozzy was?
This sounds familiar.
It was niche. I knew going into this that probably
Do you
no
have,
one
do you have a
would.
picture?
Let me get a picture. Okay, Ozzy though. I watched Survivor like all of growing up, and me and my friend Lexi, like for some reason, just became obsessed with Ozzy from Survivor, and like I had like my Tiger Beat like Taylor Lautner like poster taped to my wall, and then like computer printed out like and then cut out taped to my wall like 10 Ozzy pictures. Like I was literally like ruining my family's printer, like colored
Toner
ink. Like it
alert.
literally had like stripes on it because we were like running out of colored ink, and I was like, rip it. Another frame from that episode. Let's get it. His cast photo. Like I was, oh my God, I was so in love with Ozzy from Survivor. And he was on like a couple other ones. You guys would probably recognize him. Okay, but since that one is so niche, no, you have to remember him.
He kind of looks like Wells Adams.
He does look like Wells Adams from The
Mhm.
Bachelor.
Okay, that was one. My other one, though. Okay, did you guys watch A Walk to Remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that was a vibe.
When he puts the butterfly tattoo on her shoulder in the car on their first date and then blows on it. Do you remember this, though? It was so sensual.
Goosebumps.
And that was Goosebumps, and that was my
Chills.
sexual awakening.
That's a good one.
It's a good, like,
That's a really good
literally,
one.
the Catholic girl in me just screamed when that
Screamed.
happened.
Yelped.
Yeah.
You know,
She
another one
awakened.
I had, Josh Hutcherson.
In
And British
In-
Terabithia?
No, in the Hunger Games. Like PETA
no.
was
fail.
I would Google like Josh Hutcherson interviews, like Josh Hutcherson, who's he dating? Like where's he from? Like I wanted to know everything about him. And then I would be like, saw that he's 5'8", and granted I'm like 4'9" at the time, so it's really not that
So
big
it's
of a deal.
perfect.
It's a match made, honestly. But I'm like, you know, you get so delusional where you're like, okay, well, what would it take for him? It's like parallel to like shaving your coochie when you'd go to a like Jonas Brothers concert
A
when you're
big time-
11
a
and
big
you're
time
like,
rush.
this is the night.
Concert?
This is the night.
This is the
Yeah, it's like I wore a sexy top to a Justin Bieber concert because I was convinced that
He
like
would see you.
right, and it was
Right.
from Kohl's, so that was never gonna line. It was never gonna work. But like, it's amazing how much you can just really
Be delusional as a
be
child.
delusional and roll yourself into like, well, just all I have to do is bump into him and tell him
everything
how
would
much I love
change.
his work in the Hunger Games.
And then immediately, all he'll want is just one kiss.
right,
Okay.
just one,
Just
just
one
one, because that's
kiss.
all I was willing to offer at that time. Please, please, don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
I also
But-
feel like I was just like Channing Tatum obsessed
oh, God,
as a
yeah.
kid.
Or Chad Michael Murray.
Duke
Be-
Orsino.
Yes, between Duke Orsino and Step Up, like I was the chokehold Channing Tatum had on me
My favorite is
as a
Gouda.
child. My favorite Scooter.
No, he was everything of the sort.
Everything of the sort.
Mhm. Love. Well,
Love.
now that we're awakened,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we probably have some adult awakenings, but we can get into that
Oh wait,
later.
that's the other thing I wanted to ask. Okay, so I feel like now that we are coming up on a quarter life crisis, and speaking
Pending.
of child sexual awakenings, which also I was having problems with this prompt. I knew that we were going to be doing this, and so I Googled, and nothing like searching child sexual, and I was like, oh my god,
no.
sexual awakening. I was like, this is the most terrifying.
No, because
Google
actually
search.
the FBI is tracking you
The
now.
FBI is tracking me, but then of course I get like
Potential
15
predator.
I get like 15 BuzzFeed articles that were like from the 2000s, from 2005, like child sexual awakenings. Like they know. But as we're getting it closer to our quarter life crisis, who's like now that you're noticing, like we were talking about this with like Phil Dunphy,
Yep.
Modern Family, like who's like in like
Oh.
now you're like the dad or like
A
the
DILF.
older, yeah, the DILF.
Absolutely.
Like who's your now like quarter life crisis sexual awakening?
Shit.
It's a thinker, but
I feel like David Harbour.
yes, that's
Oh.
such a
Yeah,
good one.
because
In Stranger Things.
he's tortured, but he's
Yeah.
like manly, but he
Yeah.
also taps into his sensitive side while he's like being a father to 11 in an unconventional way. Like he
Yeah.
just, He's got a dad bod, which I love. But he's still so strong, you know? It's all of it. It's all of it.
Yeah.
And he's got like a personality, you know? Like he's got a personality for days.
Yeah. I feel like we were watching Friends a lot when I was at home. And I feel like I always thought Monica was motherfucking psycho for dating Richard. And now I'm like
Richard's
rewatching it.
Richard.
And I'm like, I get it. You know?
No, I
Yeah,
get
I
it.
Get it.
But if you bring home a silver fox, I don't know.
Yeah, because how old was Richard, do we think? Was he like,
Well, how old was Monica?
she was probably, what, 28?
They said that they started the show and they were supposed to be like 25,
Right.
Yeah.
24-ish, yeah.
Because I remember, like, I know that Rachel, like, is 30 when she's dating Tag or whatever. Tag. Remember? Or
Oh, that weird guy. Tug.
Whoever her assistant was.
Tag, tug,
So I feel like it was
tug.
around there. And he had to be, like, I don't know, 50's a lot.
I don't know.
I don't think I could do 50.
47?
But it's also just Tom Selleck, so that's, like, a different.
He was hot, though.
He was.
Hot.
Anyone coming to mind?
I feel like I'm like switching mindsets on like who I rooted for. Like Twilight for sure, Team Edward growing up.
Now
and
you're
now I'm
Carlisle.
like, no, I'm Team Carlisle.
Honestly.
Carla can fucking
Carlisle
get
can
it.
Fucking get it.
No. You know who can really get it? Is
Bella's dad?
Bella's dad.
Bella's dad.
Charlie?
Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie?
Yeah.
Charlie.
Charlie
Charlie.
Swan, if you're
Charlie.
listening to
Charlie's
this.
my answer.
Wow.
I
Charlie
love you,
Swan. Love you.
No, it changes. Like,
It
I would have done.
shifts. It molds.
I would have done anything for Taylor Lautner, but now I'm like, Charlie.
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 Yeah.
That's
but
kinda like Paul
also
Rudd.
Carlisle.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd's an oldie but a goodie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would climb that man like a tree.
Wait, who's Vince Vaughn?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never been a Vince Vaughn fan.
I'm such a Vince Vaughn.
No, he's
girly.
so up your alley.
I'm such a Vince Vaughn
Yeah.
girly. Okay, but also, speaking of Twilight
And
Hunger
franchises.
Games, franchises. We are
Franchises. Universes, if you will.
universes.
We're
if you will.
stepping into our universe year.
universe year. And our current one right now,
Jagged.
well, I guess we already closed a chapter on it, but was Divergent.
No, like we're stepping into different universes this year. It's the era of universe hopping.
The multiverse.
It's
Claire-
the multiverse.
Claire was like making dinner the other day, and I just like come down, I'm like, I think I'm gonna step into the Divergent universe tonight. And Claire's like, can I like join? And then Hannah comes home, we're like, we're watching Divergent. She's like, can I watch? And then the marathon started, and it was beautiful.
And we're still recovering, to be honest.
We're still
like,
recovering. That
did-
first movie
oh.
is so
Oh.
good. Theo James.
Let's give our hot takes from the series.
Hot takes from the series. Second one, losing me. Third one, lost me.
Snoozeville.
Snoozeville.
I mean, not snooze, but like, where was the plot?
Where was
what
where
was
was the plot?
happening? What was the continuity? It just wasn't it for me. The first one though is so good.
Oh.
The soundtrack of the first one is so good.
Ellie Goulding.
Ellie Goulding put in work for the Divergent first movie.
No, she got in there, she got her bag, and she left.
She got the fuck out. She knew what she was doing.
No, we're so in the universe that we're sending thirst traps amongst ourselves. We're
Mm-hmm.
diving into Reddit. Like, we figured out that there was supposed to be a fourth movie, but it ended with the third. And like, that's why there's so many questions, you
After
know?
the first movie, like we're all laying in bed and Claire just starts sending me like Theo James like thirst trap edits. It was,
It goes like 4 finally got the real one pregnant, and it cuts to Shailene Woodley pregnant on Secret Life of American Teenager.
full on fan fiction.
No, because actually back in the day, I read the books and I read the fan fiction. Like,
Wait, I didn't know you read the books.
oh yeah, I read the books and I read the fan fiction. You know?
Did you ever dabble in writing?
No,
No.
I mean,
Well,
there's just no way I could like come up with all that. It's fun to read, but like, whoa, writing is a whole.
gotta have a
nother-
different
it's
kind of
a whole
mind
nother
for that.
it's a
beast.
whole other beast. It is.
But it sends shivers down your spine. I'll send you a couple links.
I feel like the universe I was like most enthralled with growing up was definitely Hunger Games.
Oh my god, so
That's also
rad.
the only one I ever read.
Yeah.
But like,
We're
The
in
only
our
one I ever
literary-
read was Twilight.
Oh,
And
you
I
did read all of Twilight?
Oh yeah, no, but my mom wouldn't
That
let
was an
me read
intimidating
Breaking
ass.
Dawn because she was like,
Mm,
no, the
really?
sex scenes. But I did read that like extra book that Stephanie Meyer came out with,
Oh, yeah.
the one in the
Nice. With the pomegranate.
no,
Yeah. Oh wait, no,
No.
that one's
That one's way later.
yeah.
It's
I
the
know what you're talking
one-
about. It's from Edward's POV, right?
no, that one is fan fiction that she released
Oh.
as herself, but
I
as
love
a
that
fan.
for Steph.
She released a very short novel written by one of the vampires, the little premature vampires.
Renesmee?
No.
Oh, the
it's
baby vampires.
the baby vampire
that are like
in the
blood
army,
hungry.
In the
Oh, okay.
army. Anyway, I read that.
Bella.
Bella. I read that in one day.
Really?
Mhm.
Tantalizing.
Wow.
Yeah, we're in our literary era. Like, get on the fanfic.
We are on
We're
our
reading.
literary
People
era.
ask you how many books you finish. Don't know, but how many fanfics did I read?
Different story.
The limit does not exist.
We're also in our like watching era. See,
We're well watched.
We're well watched. We're not necessarily well read.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wait, also though, speaking still on Twilight, did you guys ever go to like midnight premieres?
Yes.
Yes.
My best
Did
friend.
you guys go to the midnight premiere of the last one?
Yes. Yes.
That
Yes.
was a
Mhm.
cultural moment to be a part
It
of.
was. Rachel
I
and
was
I
there-
showed up to the theater, front row.
Front row. Literally,
row.
I was there like first 5 rows or something. My best friend Angel and her sister Cassandra took us, and we're sitting there when the fight scene goes on, and like you think that everyone
Yep.
fucking died, and then they were like, "Just kidding." Like I've never been a part of something so beautiful
No,
as
people
like with a
gasped.
group of strangers.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
the entire theater was like taken aback.
And it still gets you every time. It's
It
like
still
you
gets you
know
every
what
time.
happens, but you watch it and you're like, well, what if it would have been this way?
Yeah.
Right. When you
What
see
would've
Carlisle's
happened?
head, like,
Yep.
huh. I want to like find someone who hasn't seen it and like watch it with them just so I
Right.
can just be like watching them the entire time. That was a cultural
You might have a hard
moment.
time finding that.
That was amazing.
That was amazing. But you know what? Comment below. I don't know where you comment, but like comment somewhere. What universe do you want us to dive into and review next?
Yeah.
You know, like we got a lot of interesting takes, thoughts, all
Yeah.
of the above. And if you're looking for fanfic, reach out.
We're the ones.
Reach out.
We're the
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
No, what else? What else is 2023 the year of? Like,
Yeah.
what can we tease for our followers?
Well, if you can see anything on as probably what brought you here, it's that we put in some motherfucking work into branding as far
Agrees.
as big time stuff. We rented out a studio to take some photos and they turned out like incredible.
There's
Well,
a lot of bad ones that
lot.
made us audibly gasp and possibly
Lot of-
spiral,
A
but
lot of bad ones. But it was what like we did like a 3-hour shoot and like we got different outfits, everything, and I think we all had a different moment during the shoot where we were like zoomed out and we looked around and we were like, we need to fucking follow through on this. Like
Yeah.
we are so in deep. Like we need to make this thing happen because we can't do all of this and then not follow through.
we had a Google Doc with looks.
Google Doc with looks. Like we did like meetings of like, okay, so we have our editorial look, we have our casual look, and then we have our New York theme look. And like
The
we
editorial look.
our
No, the editorial look was us looking like Cosmo and Wanda. Like, we somehow turned
Bratz version.
editorial into Bratz version. Like, our heels that big.
huge.
We're only wearing pink and green.
6 inches.
Like, we look like clowns.
But the funniest part is like us in our tiny ass apartment, you guys, like we literally just have a hallway and like doors to rooms. Like that's it. Like I don't even have a door. Like
it's a prison.
tiny. And we're just like the night before, of course, just like stressing, trying to like pack up all of our different outfits. And we're like, wait, what are we doing for editorial again? Like it just was like hilarious.
And the most heinous photos of us in our camera roll, like making horrible facial expressions in each outfit.
Because then we're like, this will be fun. Like, let's go through all the photos together, like the next day. And we're like, okay, so
Oh.
10 through 45, delete. Okay, 46 is a keeper though. 47 through 53.
I don't
delete.
hate that one.
Right.
We started getting so desperate. Like it went from like, oh, we're looking for the, you know, the needle in the haystack, perfect
Yep.
photo. And then it started getting to like, I don't absolutely hate that one.
Right.
It won't send me into a full body dysmorphic spiral, but it's okay.
It can be a thumbnail for a video, but not a still image.
Hey, you know what? There's no rainbows without the rain, you know?
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and we took 2,000
We took
photos,
like
so.
not even we didn't even finish the full like shoot, and like my card filled up, and it was like 65 gigabytes. Like we took a lot,
And
of
we were like
photos.
feeling fucking confident about these photos.
Yeah.
And then we, all three of us, crawl into a full-size bed and we're
Yep.
like, can't wait to see these ones.
quickly humble,
We're
No.
sweating, we're
No.
cry laughing,
No.
cry laughing,
humbling.
but we got
moment.
good ones.
We did.
So
We did.
We'll
Get ready.
showcase all of the like horrible pre-images like
Oh my
somewhere
gosh.
around us.
somewhere around us,
We'll edit
yeah.
them in.
You guys will see them. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, to help prepare for all of these looks that we did. And obviously
Mhm.
we're on a hashtag budget. Oh,
Sorry.
Please silence your cell phones,
No.
folks.
True. Was FaceTiming me?
Popular. Popular. Yeah, we just kind of like shopped around, borrowed a few things, if you will. We have a new little thing we've been trying out. We're renters in the city, so we thought, why not rent our things as well?
Yeah.
It's not good.
If you can return something on Amazon under the premise of it's no longer needed, then I think it's okay.
No,
Like,
we were
I-
getting so toxic to a point where we're like, okay, I'll rent this on Princess Polly, and then I'll rent this on Amazon, and then we'll just return it the next week. Like it got, and I don't online shop at all, so I was like, this is just how it works. Like you just you buy it, you keep the check, and you give it back. Like it's renting.
It's no biggie.
We're
It's
renting.
Perfect.
No, but to like circle back, we got this size inches shoes, like massive things that we
yeah.
could never physically actually wear.
I don't know how people do it.
And
be
they're
honest.
now titled our big time stompers, our BTS
Our
stompers.
BTS
Like
stompers.
you'll see them in the shoots. They're unreasonably large.
And they
Yeah.
might be yours again because they're back on Amazon. Listed.
Yeah. So you might be wearing
True BTS stompers.
BTS stompers.
No, I don't know how the influencers do it.
I know.
Like, I simply like us just walking around. We were like still taking around in these huge ass like 8-inch platform heels,
I went to the bathroom and I came back and I was like, ow, ow, ow,
Literally.
ow.
and you could hear like anyone walking around like outside the studio in them. It was just it was a sight to
Like
be seen.
POV, you're at Fiddlesticks in 6-inch heels. Like,
Well,
please.
also I'd be fucking touching the ceiling, like. And hi, I'm Katie.
Monster on the hill. Nice to meet you.
Literal monster on the motherfucking hill.
No, I was returning mine at Amazon, and the girl that was helping me like return my phone, she's like, "Oh my gosh, are these the ones from Steve Madden?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I have them in my basket right now." I was like,
Don't get them,
"Don't
girl.
get them. Like, what are you gonna wear? Wear them work? Like, there's no purpose.
Yeah.
On the cobblestone here, ankle breakers.
Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna happen, sister.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, if you have a big special occasion coming up, rent.
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 Why not rent?
Well, I think that really that ties up our catch up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to season 3. We love a good kickoff, and we're manifesting big things for the year, you know? So if you're listening, potential sponsors, we are going for big fish, not small, because we're delusional, and that's how it works. So Regal, Disney, Amazon, renting services, potential new outlet for you all, you know, let us know.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Bud Lights.
Bud Lights. Really any all of the above. We'll take anything.
The bodega on Sand Street. Like,
Surely.
Shout out.
anything at this point. Other things to look forward to this season. We're gonna be recapping Love Island.
Yes.
It's gonna be an
Whoop, whoop.
exciting season, and we're gonna come back with all of our hot takes.
Mhm.
We have some exciting weekends that we are going to be having. That we will.
That we'll be living.
we live
Oh,
very
really?
exciting lives.
Yeah, we have to plan our fun.
We literally, like, when we got back, we're like, we need to get podcast content. Drag brunch. Let's text our promoter. Let's go clubbing. Like, let's do this. Let's go here.
Anything for the content. But we'll be having big time activities this year, and we'll be here to deliver the results.
Yep.
What else, ladies? What else will we?
I feel like that's all we can kind of promise.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be
ATM.
good for us to overpromise.
Yeah.
As you know,
Be
we
in here.
typically underdeliver.
You know what I can
Um,
promise, though? Don't get used to this. Okay. We will be back in our hallway or bedrooms soon enough.
But
And
if you do your job,
you do your job.
you
Do
could
your
get
job.
used to this.
Do your
you
job.
Do your job. Do your job.
On
Your
that
part.
note, you should follow us on Instagram and TikTok, both Big Time Stuff Podcast. You can see behind the scenes content. You can see some previewed content,
highlights, clips.
highlights,
all of it.
et cetera,
All of
et cetera. More of us. Just, you know, the content that you want. Lift you up.
Yep.
So follow us on TikTok, on Instagram. You can listen to this podcast wherever you listen to your podcast, Apple Music, Spotify, et cetera,
You
et
name
cetera. You name it. And share with your friends.
Yeah. The Empire's loading, so tell your friends. And
Empire's
Get in early. Be an early adopter. Be a big time stuffer.
Yeah.
Be a big time
Be a
stuffer.
big time stuffer. It's
Join
the
the
best
community.
Stay
community to be a
stuffed.
part of.
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll see you guys next week. Love ya.
Love ya. Bye.